Ready or not, 19 days away and counting. I'm so excited. The season is almost here, and we get to break down what is actually happening on the floor following a summer of what ifs, of predictions. But we're still counting down to tip, so we have a little more time. Thanks to Kevin Pelton for some stats-based win projections. You guys had a lot of fun with this earlier, so let's do it one more time. I want to play a little too high, too low, or just right. And I want to start with the Brooklyn Nets because they're projected to have a 45.6 win total. That's good for a play-in spot. 7th in Pelton's model, Chanae. Is that too high? Is it too low? Is it just right? Where do we go?
I think it's just right, just because we are in the territory where we'll believe it when we see it. When we see everyone out there playing, everyone committed to the strategy of Coach Steve Nash, everyone available and healthy, and so we'll believe it when we see it. But if they are out there, I mean, that is too low. That is absolutely too low. You've got Kevin Durant, who could be an MVP. I know we have all these projections, but if he plays 65, 70 games, he could be in the MVP. If their team is healthy and available, they could be top in the East. And if Ben Simmons plays great defense, I mean, they're contenders. Right. So it feels too low, but until we see it, I'm saying it's just right. And I love your voice.
All right, I think
your voice is back.
Just right. I think our friend Zach Lowe would be very proud of that answer because I know that he's having a little bit of a hard time believing it until he sees it. Okay, let's move over to the West. The Pelicans, they came in at over 47 wins, which would make them leap all the way to the 3rd seed after finishing 8th last season. So Matt, where does this fall? Too high, too low, or just right?
This is respectfully too high because I really like this team. Respectfully. I really think obviously CJ gets the extension. I love Brandon Ingram. He continues to grow his game every year. And then him right there, Zion Williamson. I think the world is excited to see him back and healthy and be on the court for the entire season. With those 3 guys and head coach Willie Green, I really like this team, but I think they're more of a middle of the pack Western Conference team, and that's still saying a lot considering what they haven't done in the last handful of years.
Right, because you just look around the Western Conference, you look at the Warriors, you look at the Suns, you look at the Clippers in no particular order, and you're saying, okay, well, at the very least, we expect probably those 3 to finish higher, the Dallas Mavericks.
Denver.
So when you shake it out, Denver, great point. So
Minnesota.
Maybe a little high, but I like what's going on down in the Big
Memphis.
Easy. Yeah, keep going. Memphis, keep going. All right. Well, what team didn't you mention just there? The Lakers? Okay, so we're going to talk about the Lakers. They came in just under 37 wins, which is an improvement from last year.
Sorry.
I know. They would be the 9th seed in the West. So, Ramona, where does this fall?
I'm going to say that's a little too low just because they have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and both of them appear to be healthy at this moment. But this all comes down, if those guys are healthy, if they can get 65 games out of LeBron and Anthony Davis, they don't have to play all 82. They just need to be out there for more than they have been. Anthony Davis played 76 games the last 2 years, okay? And his availability, he was more available his first 6 years in the league, played at least 61 games his first 16 years in the league. Last 4 years, only 1 time. So if he's available and LeBron James is out there, I think that's too low for the Lakers.
Matt, you sounded like you had a reaction to this.
No, I agree. I think it's too low. I think Russ is going to have a big year. I think him and LeBron can figure out their thing. And again, the key is AD's availability on that court. If you get these 3 guys clicking, there's no telling where they can end up.
Well, and I think it's important to remember, Kevin Pelton, this is the numbers that are plugging in, which is why you were spot on earlier, Matt, when you said that's why analytics should just be one part of what we're seeing. Right, because you got to have the eye test, too. And so much like the much like the Brooklyn Nets.
Today, or Warrior Blue,
or
Warrior Gold, however you want to slice it.
However you want to go. It's somewhere in California. But the Nets, they have the pieces. It just, can it mesh? Can it blend on the court?
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.